The 300 Spartans. Born of an empire, the war that never ended, the blood of fallen Spartans still stains the sands of Thermopylae. But their sacrifice was only the beginning. The world believes that Sparta has been broken, that its warriors are no more, but they are wrong. Beneath the burning ruins of Greece, a new legend is rising, a force more powerful than ever before, ready to challenge the gods themselves. And when the final war horn sounds, the earth will tremble once more beneath the fury of Sparta. Sparta's last hope, the aftermath of Thermopylae. The year is 480 BC. The legendary 300 Spartans, led by King Leonidas, have fallen at the hot gates, buying Greece precious time at the cost of their lives. But their defiance has enraged the Persian God-King Xerxes I, who now unleashes his full wrath upon the Greek world. The Persian army, now numbering over 300,000 soldiers, marches towards the heart of Greece, burning, killing, and enslaving all in their path. In the once great city of Sparta, General Androcles, one of Leonidas' most trusted warriors, has returned from a campaign in the west. He is a warrior unlike any other, battle-hardened, massive in stature, and feared by his enemies. But what he finds in Sparta is not the glory he once knew. The city is mourning its fallen king, and its warriors are ready to throw themselves into battle with reckless rage. A new strategy, a new army, but brute force alone will not win this war. Enter Callisthenes, an Athenian strategist, who believes that intelligence, not just strength, will be the key to victory. A former naval commander, Callisthenes has studied the art of war and believes he has found Persia's weakness. He proposes a radical idea, uniting the Greek city-states into a single, unstoppable legion. Skepticism runs deep. The Spartans see Athenians as weak intellectuals, while Athens sees Sparta as bloodthirsty brutes. But as the Persian armies approach, there is no time for old grudges. Androcles and Callisthenes embark on a perilous journey to rally allies. Their mission takes them through treacherous mountain passes, deadly ambushes, and brutal trials of combat as they seek to forge the greatest army Greece has ever known. Forged in blood and fire, the training of the Spartan Legion, with warriors from Athens, Corinth, Thebes, and even rogue Persian defectors joining their ranks. The Spartan Legion is born a force that combines the discipline of Sparta with the strategy of Athens. Under Androcles' iron command, the warriors endure grueling training sequences, pushing their bodies beyond human limits. Callisthenes introduces a revolutionary new battle formation, blending the Greek phalanx with flexible Athenian tactics. Spartans train in hand-to-hand combat, naval warfare, and siege tactics, preparing for the ultimate showdown. Persian assassins strike, but Xerxes will not allow this rebellion to take shape. He dispatches the sons of Xerxes, an elite group of Persian assassins, to infiltrate the Spartan camp and kill Androcles and Callisthenes before their army can march. In a heart-stopping night battle, masked Persian assassins descend upon the camp, slicing through the shadows with curved blades. Androcles, sensing the attack, awakens in time and unleashes his full fury. Slow-motion battle sequences unfold. Androcles dodges a dagger, seizes an assassin's wrist, and snaps his arm with sheer brute force. Callisthenes, wielding dual swords, fends off multiple attackers, while Spartan warriors rally to defend their leaders. By dawn, the assassins are dead. But the message is clear. Xerxes knows of their rebellion, and he is coming for them. The Battle of Plataea, the final stand. The Persian horde arrives. The Spartans and their allies make their final stand at Plataea, where the fate of Greece will be decided. In a breathtaking wide-angle shot, the Persian army stretches beyond the horizon, 100,000 strong, with war elephants, towering siege engines, and Xerxes himself watching from a golden throne. Opposing them stand 10,000 Greek warriors, vastly outnumbered but unshaken. The battle begins with a deafening war cry as Androcles leads the charge, crashing into the Persian front lines like an unstoppable force of nature. Slow-motion combat sequences showcase the brutal efficiency of the Spartans. A Spartan warrior impales 3 Persians with a single thrust of his spear. Androcles hurls a broken shield like a discus, caving in the skull of an enemy general. Callisthenes coordinates a flank attack, setting Persian war elephants ablaze with fire arrows. The duel with Mardonius. Amid the chaos, Androcles faces off against General Mardonius, Xerxes' most ruthless commander. Their one-on-one battle is a masterpiece of cinematography, with dust and blood flying as their weapons clash. Mardonius, wielding a massive Persian warhammer, lands a devastating blow, shattering Androcles' shield. But Androcles, refusing to yield, grabs a fallen spear and drives it through Mardonius' chest, lifting him off the ground before slamming him down in a pool of blood. The arrival of Xerxes. Realizing his forces are crumbling, Xerxes himself enters the battlefield, flanked by his immortals, the deadliest warriors in Persia. Androcles sees his chance and charges through the battlefield, plowing through Persian ranks with unmatched ferocity. He leaps onto Xerxes' golden chariot, sword raised high, ready to end the war with one strike. But Persian reinforcements overwhelm him. Captured and beaten, Androcles is brought before Xerxes, bloodied but unbowed. "You call yourself a god," he growls, spitting blood onto the Persian king's robe. "But gods don't bleed." Androcles smirks because he knows what's coming. The final Greek charge as Xerxes prepares to execute Androcles, a deafening roar shakes the battlefield. The Spartans have launched one last desperate charge. Athenian warships emerge from the mist, firing flaming projectiles into the Persian lines. Greek cavalry smashes into the Persian flanks, cutting through their ranks like wildfire. Spartans, bloodied but unbroken, fight with the rage of gods. Xerxes watches in horror as his army collapses. Realizing defeat is imminent, he flees, vanishing into the shadows. Epilogue. A new legend is born at dawn. The battlefield is silent. The Persian invasion has been crushed. Androcles, scarred but victorious, gazes upon the bodies of his fallen brothers. "Leonidas gave his life so Sparta could live," he says. "Now we give our lives so Greece will never fall." The sun rises. The surviving Spartans raise their swords. A new legend has been born, one that will echo through eternity. 300. Born of an empire. The aftermath and the future of Sparta, the cost of victory, the morning after battle, the battlefield at Plataea is eerily silent, the cries of the dying fading into the wind. The once mighty Persian army lies shattered, their banners torn, their weapons broken. Crows circle the fallen, feasting on the remnants of an empire's arrogance. Amidst the carnage, Androcles, battered and bloodied, kneels beside his fallen warriors. He grips the sword of a fallen Spartan and raises it to the sky, its blood-stained blade reflecting the first light of dawn. "We are not gods, we are not kings, we are men. And yet we have conquered the gods themselves." Survivors gather, their armor dented, their bodies bruised, but their spirits unbroken. Callisthenes. His once polished Athenian tunic, now drenched in blood, stands beside Androcles. They exchange a nod. The war may be over, but their battle for Greece has only just begun. The fate of Xerxes, far to the east. Xerxes retreats across the Hellespont. His once invincible army reduced to a fraction of its former strength. Humiliated, wounded, and stripped of his divine illusion, he stands before the great Persian city of Susa, gazing into his reflection. The man who once called himself a god now sees only a mortal, a beaten, broken emperor, haunted by the ghosts of those he has lost. His advisors urge him to regroup, to raise another army, but for the first time in his life, Xerxes hesitates. Fear grips his heart. The Spartans, the Athenians, the Greeks, they are no longer mere men in his eyes. They are legends. A new era for Greece, the return to Sparta. After weeks of travel, Androcles and his surviving warriors march through the gates of Sparta. The city, once consumed by grief, erupts in celebration. Queen Gorgo watches as the victors enter, her eyes filled with both pride and sorrow. She sees her husband's spirit in these men. But the scars of war run deep. Sparta is not what it once was. Too many fathers will not return to their sons. Too many warriors now rest in the afterlife of Elysium. That night, as the fires of victory burn high, Androcles stands before the Spartan council. "We have won this battle. But the war for Greece is far from over. A new enemy stirs in the shadows, not just from Persia, but from within Greece itself. Jealous rulers, power-hungry kings, and traitors who seek to dismantle the unity forged in war. Athenian betrayal, as Athens revels in its newfound glory, political games begin to unfold. Callisthenes, now hailed as a hero, is summoned back to Athens to discuss the future of the alliance. But whispers of treachery reach his ears. Sparta is too powerful now, an Athenian politician warns. If we do not break them, they will rule over us all. Callisthenes, torn between loyalty to his city and respect for the Spartans, realizes that Greece's greatest enemy may no longer be Persia, but itself. At the dawn of a new war, the Persian counterattack, though broken, the Persian Empire is not yet dead. Xerxes' generals, furious over his failure, plan a coup in secret. They believe Persia should strike back with a force greater than ever before. Rumors begin to spread. A new Persian warlord is rising in the east, forging an army unlike any the world has ever seen. The Spartan decision back in Sparta, Androcles, is faced with a choice. 1. Prepare Sparta for war against Athens, knowing that a Greek civil war would weaken them all. 2. Lead a preemptive strike against the Persian remnant, ensuring that Xerxes' empire never threatens Greece again. With the weight of a nation on his shoulders, Androcles walks alone into the Spartan temple, seeking guidance from the gods. The wind howls through the stone halls, the spirits of his fallen brothers whispering in the shadows. His choice will shape the future of Greece, and the fate of history itself. A teaser for the future, a hidden threat in the ruins of a Persian fortress, a lone warrior rides across the sands. He wears the armor of the Persian elite, but his face is hidden behind a metal mask. He stops before a temple, its walls lined with ancient carvings of forgotten gods and demons. Stepping inside, he kneels before a massive throne where a shadowy figure sits, watching. The war is not over, the masked warrior says. Soon Greece will kneel. The figure in the shadows leans forward, his eyes burning like embers. Then let us remind the world why Persia is eternal. The legend of the Spartans has only begun. Blood will flow, swords will clash, and a new war is on the horizon. Don't miss what comes next. Just click subscribe to get updated always and watch the next coming video. The greatest battle, because history is written in blood and the war is far from over. More new movies videos to be posted on this channel.